Hi everyone, it's Jenny here. I hope you are doing well. So I don't have my violin with me today. Well, I have it with me, but I'm not going to play it for you, at least not right now, because I wanted to explain the changes you may have noticed on my YouTube channel. I've given it a name, a new name. It's not just my full name anymore. It's now called ArtStrings, a Violinist's Journey. And I was looking for a name because I've been posting these violin videos for a few months now and they are gaining traction. So I appreciate all the likes and the new subscribers. Hello there. Um, but I wanted, because the violin videos seem to be appreciated, I wanted to change the focus of my channel, sort of change it anyway, and give it a new name. So thanks to my husband's help, he suggested ArtStrings. It's a takeoff on heartstrings, because at first he said, "Oh, what about heartstrings?" But he's a punster, actually, so am I. And then he said, "Well, what about art strings?" And I loved it right away. So welcome to ArtStrings, a violinist's journey. And actually, this is really good for, well, I hope it's good for you, but it's also really good for me because when I see the likes and the views on my posts, I don't need them to practice, but it's very motivating to keep putting out videos and keep learning the violin. And I call myself a newer violinist. You've probably heard me, or you may have heard me, or maybe not. If you're new, you may not have heard this before, but I did grow up playing the violin from grades 3 to 12. And I thought it was a cool instrument at first, but then practicing wasn't very fun. And so I played in school. There was an orchestra that I was a part of, but I didn't really practice. And so I could have been really good had I applied myself, but I didn't really. So yeah, from grades 3 to 12, I was in the violin through my schools, I should say, and from elementary right up to high school. But then after that, I'm like, yay, I can quit. I'm going to quit now. And but then a few years ago, I started thinking about playing again. It's like, well, I was going to church and I'm like, wow, playing the violin would be great because I could play the hymns at church. That would be awesome. That was my ultimate goal. I was in Nova Scotia at the time in a different church. And I did get a violin back then, but it wasn't working very well or easy to tune. We actually did get it to tune. My mom helped me actually. She was able to tune it, get it in tune. But then at that point, I just had lost interest and I didn't pay very much for it. It was from Kijiji, so I just resold it. And but then I met my husband in 2020 and he really inspired me. He's very creative, and I'm really creative too. I just let that lie dormant for many years. But it was his inspiration that got me into the violin again. So it wasn't that long after we met, I actually ended up buying a new violin. And I started playing right away. If you heard those videos, actually he has some of those videos in his on his computer somewhere. Maybe I'll dig one out and post it. But I mean, it came back to me pretty quickly, but the sound, as you can imagine, wasn't on par. But and even when I first got it, I didn't really practice all that much. I wasn't all that motivated. But then I got married last June, and my husband is an assistant pastor and is a worship team leader. And now I play my violin with the worship team. It's pretty awesome. And because of that, I play at least 3 to 4 times a week at the church. But then I also practice on my own, probably not as much as I should, but I go through spurts where I practice more. But I've still improved because every time, as you know, if you're a violinist or if you're into music at all or art of any kind, with practice, you get better. And so I never imagined that I'd be playing classical pieces that Vivaldi wrote or that Dance of the Elves. Like, I love that song. It's so fun to play. But again, I still have a long way to go with that. And I'm not playing it at the proper speed by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a start, right? And so my YouTube channel is meant to inspire you to be creative. And if you have seen my earlier violin videos, you may have already noticed some progress yourself. So hopefully that inspires you. And also on my channel, I have older videos. I taught the Bible using simple stick figure drawings. There's a few life lessons on there. I talk about my author journey. It's all about being creative, and we're creative beings. I don't know what your faith is, but I am a Christian believer, and I won't necessarily talk about that in every video, but that is a big part of my life. And so God is a creative, a creative being himself. He created us. And so it makes sense that we are creative too. So maybe you didn't realize you were creative, but somewhere inside of you there is some type of creativity. So my hope for this channel is that it will inspire creativity. And stay tuned, because I am going to be somehow creating a YouTube banner. I might have to get someone to create it for me. I'm having a little trouble uploading it myself. But anyway, that is basically all I wanted to say. I wanted to explain the purpose of this channel, to inspire creativity and encourage you as well. So if you're a newer violinist and if you've seen my progress, maybe that'll encourage you. Hey, if she can do it, I can do it too. And that's absolutely right. And it can be, I might share other bits of my creativity as well, because I do like to draw. And I just started learning watercolor. I have a long way to go on that because I just started, but I have a lot of creative interests, and perhaps you do too. So let's create together. Allow me to inspire you. If I can be creative, so can you. Because like I said, for years and years, I mean, I did some things that were creative. I scrapbooked and did a few other things like that. But by and large, my creativity lay dormant for many, many years. But now it's springing to life. So may your creativity spring to life too. And may my channel help you do that. So if you like this video, be sure to like it and be sure to subscribe. I now have 33 subscribers. So that's pretty exciting. I appreciate each one, and I welcome many more subscribers. So, and if you think people in your life would be interested in my content, please be sure to share it with them. So that's all for now, and I will see you again very soon.